course, a couple of the guys with family and relatives over here in the eastern states as we look now at the Hurricane side. You know, Abbott, he withdraws late, goes back to the bench, and Blackwell, he comes in for him. Lamburn has also come in for Gibbons at the last minute as well. Of course, Tahu Rurangi, the halfback there, he's coming from the ITM Cup. He's someone we're looking forward to playing. Triple T, I think we'll call him here, Peter.
Yeah, we'll refer to him as Triple T from now on.
And of course, Nakoro as well. Sorry, it is Woodward, I guess, in the 15 jersey there for the Hurricanes. Nakoro, of course, playing for the Western Force side. And I guess Reg Goods, he's there in the front row. He's been around for a couple of whiles as well. I know you don't know too much about the forwards there, Peter, but they tell me he is a punish to room with.
Look, they're all the stories you want to hear, especially on Bar TV. You know, I don't think rooming with any front rowers is a good thing, but to be known as a punish, that's not a good thing to have on your CV.
Yes, and of course, all the big names, I guess, they're being rested in this first trial. Of course, no Barrett, Corey James, Sevilla, Milner Scudder as well. He's not here. But I tell you what, this Hurricanes lineup, it still looks pretty slick.
I think what you look at in New Zealand rugby is the opportunities they've given to their young guys, and there certainly won't be any shortage of talent out there for the Wellington Hurricanes. So, as I've said, look, it's going to be a cracking game, and hopefully we can see some shining stars for Wellington. Yes,
definitely. We go now to the Western Force side. Looking pretty good. Nearly full strength here too, so you'd expect the Western Force to come out firing here for this coverage with the Force versus the Hurricanes. I'm looking forward, to see Maffei to come out and play. He's been away for a couple of years.
Yeah, look, starting from the front row, that front row is very experienced, and Nathan Charles, having played with him quite a bit, he hasn't played a lot of footy in recent months, so this would be a great opportunity for him. Guy Miller probably makes his starting debut for the Western Force, which is a great opportunity. Then you move into the backs with Grant and Godwin. Those two there together, I think that's going to be a indication of how well the Force go this year.
Yes, and of course Pryor as well. He's one of the better performed halfbacks in the Bill Corp NRC, which of course you're a big part of as well. He can score points from all over. Good running and good passing game.
There's a few guys coming through here as the Force use that as an opportunity to blood a lot of players. So throughout this whole Western Force team, it'll be interesting to see how those NRC guys translate into this Super Rugby intensity.
Yeah, definitely. And Nakoro, I mean, he has absolute jet shoes. He's come over from the Auckland Blues as well. Very quick, very deceptive on his feet. All the traits you want in a winger, Peter.
Yeah, definitely. Well, about 15 years ago, I could display those. But in terms of what I saw in the warm-up, they're looking to spread the ball wide. In terms of the wingers, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they bob up. You know, that's going to be, in these tough games, to see how the wingers get involved is between winning and losing, I believe.
Yes, and talking coach Michael Foley as well, it's a platform they built from the end of last year, going through the NRC and, of course, into these trials, into the super season. They're looking to really throw the ball around this year and make good on the backline that they've got.
Michael Foley's got a very particular style, so it'll be interesting to see if he changes his way after reviewing last season. It's a really pivotal year for the Force. If they can get it right with the team they've got, you know, this is their real chance to make a finals plunge.
Yes, Steph. Expect plenty of things of him. He's hard-working, he's all-purpose. Anything you want from a big blade, I guess. The kitchen knife, I think they call him, Peter.
Be very interesting to see how he goes.
Yeah, very good. And as we see the bench there, stacked full of superstars and up-and-comers for this Hurricane side. And now, as we see the Force coming out, led by Pat Cowan. Of course, Pat Cowan, one of the more formidable names in this Force side. 105 caps, made his debut in 2006. And someone after our own hearts, weighing in at 116 kilos, Peter.
Yeah, I'm catching him at a fast rate, so I'll have a chat to him after the game and see how he holds it with his shoes.
So, of course, for all our new viewers out there for Bar TV Sports across Australia and New Zealand, the Force playing in the whites, the Hurricanes playing in the yellow jersey. It'll be the Force to kick off with the Hurricanes running towards the Brisbane water end, the standless end, I think they call it, here in the Central Coast in Gosford. And there's Chris Alcock there. A hard-working breakaway, hard-working loose forward. Peter?
Right.
Yeah, we'll stick to talking to the backs for a little while here as the game kicks off.
There we go, the referee just making sure everyone's okay. So kickoff comes now. It's long, it's deep. Nicely taken there. Little short side play was on. No, they come forward over the 22 here, the Hurricanes. And the ball passed one off, a little bit disjointed early on.
Onside.
We hear the referee calling onside. The ball comes back to Black and it goes all the way. And that's a nice clearing kick there, Peter.
Yeah, showing their hand early, you know, a little bit around the rucks. You know, nice clearance out. So looking forward to the first line out.
Yes, Nathan Charles will be the man in charge here with the throw. Of course, how important is the force to get this line out right early on? And Pryor juggles it at the back. Oh, comes out very close to an inner step. And nicely taken forward there by Godwin. Pryor now looking to use the ball wide, and that's a good run there. Coleman it was in the 5. Ball goes to the short side. Inside ball. Nicely done. They're playing good direction here, Peter.
Yeah, I'm liking what they're doing early. The running is quite direct and quite hard, so if they can keep this up as we speak, before it goes on, they've worked themselves through a penalty. Much better penalty in the middle of the field.
Yeah, nice penalty there in the middle of the field, and the ball by Pat Cowan just going to ground. Of course, playing the playmaker's role. Something you always like to see from a front rower, Peter.
I think it's what the game's asking at the moment. Look, they're showing their intention to go wide to wide. So the direct running in between that'll help them lay that platform.
So Peter Grant with the ball back. Well, he's in the Force colours for this year. Of course, they'll be looking for him to control the play. Controller, he adds a bit of stability here to this Force back line, Peter.
Yeah, field position's so key, and he's got a huge kick. So if he can control them inside the attacking 50, you know, the Force could have a really promising year.
Of course, he's back up. John O'Lance as well. He had a very good Bill Corp NRC season, and that's a nice flat ball. Stander it was, taking them forward. And again, there's a little gap opened up, but taken round the bootlaces there. And here he is, Grant, working the short side. Still going here. This is good stuff here by the Force. They're playing forward, playing direct. So now, here's Godwin. Godwin finding Bracky. Bracky standing at 190 centimetres. You can't miss him. Playing in the outside centre is... And here's a good run here. Can he get the ball away? No, he can't. Cottrell it was. Here's Grant again. Holding the ball up. Miller taking a solid run forward. Ball comes to short side. Inside ball. Here's Coleman again. He's had plenty of work to do so far. The Force, they're beckoning. They're running. Taken nicely forward by Grant. He can't get the ball away to Cowan. I thought it was around the corner then, Peter.
Yeah, look, they're reloading really well both sides of the field, which is giving Grant and Godwin lots of opportunities to find a runner. So if they can keep this up, points aren't far away.
And this is good control again. Godwin has it. Godwin runs forward. He's isolated as they come through on the ball here, the Force. Grant with a little short ball there to Charles. Charles taken nicely and solely. Oh, Maffey has it. He's through. He's got the arm away. Can Pryor get there? Unloads. Coleman. Coleman has scored early on. What a try to Coleman, and great lead-up work by the Force, Peter.
Some really key passages of play there. What I've noticed is their breakdown is really clinical, enabling the players around them to create extra men. So, and the good support play out the middle, that's a great start for the Super 16 season.
Yes, definitely. And the coach, Michael Foley, before the game said they were going to use it through their hands. Play to a bit of structure, but definitely, I guess, let the 10 and 12 use the ball, and they've done that really well there.
The 10s are catching really long and playing early, enabling people to back up and enabling people to reload on the short side and the open side. So if they keep this up, it's going to be a very high point scoring game.
As we look at the replay here again, nicely taken there. He keeps his feet. We haven't seen much of him early on, but the big arm comes free, and Pryor backing up as he always does. And again, another good pop pass there to Coleman, who has been immense early on, Peter.
I haven't seen Adam Coleman this big, so I heard he's done a huge preseason, so this should be a great start for him this year.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like he's not only put on weight, he's grown a foot or two as well.
During the game.
He's just matured. Of course, that red dust will do that to you over there. Any of the kids listening out there, if you go over to Western Australia, Perth, get some red dirt on you and you might grow a foot or two. And now the Hurricanes here. What can they do? Can they come back with something early on? Black has the ball for the restart. It'll be nice. Flat, decent kick, wasn't it? Oh, just spilling the ball there. Koch really won't be happy with that one, Peter.
No, but in terms of the set piece coaches, this is going to be the first scrum of the season. So this is what we've been waiting for. The Australian scrum was really strong in the World Cup last year, and it's a big focus point for all the Super Rugby teams getting a good platform. So this will be interesting to watch. Yeah,
definitely, and I guess the experience of the foresight up front versus, I guess, a little bit of inexperience here from the Hurricanes as well, as we see them getting down, getting set early here, the force. This is the stuff dreams are made of, Peter.
Certain dreams, yes.
Certainly not a winger's dream.
No, you're right there.
So the ball coming out now. Nice flat ball there. Hello, hello. It was there. Nice flat ball again. The gap opens up the force defence. Not too good there was the captain Shields. Inside ball now, Goods. I'm surprised they actually cleaned him out there. No one wants to hang around him, rooming with him. And here's a gap here. Good support by the Hurricanes. They're building themselves here. So a mirror image of what happened up the other side of the field there by the force, Peter.
Yeah, they're playing a very similar style. They're working hard round the corner, putting the force under enormous pressure defensively, and it's leading to a few misses, which is early nerves, but you know it's a great style of footy so far.
So 5 metres out. This is another set piece that the set piece coach dreams of, isn't it? The driving maul, Peter. Talk us through it.
Look, a lot of work goes into it, and it's a very powerful play if you can get it right. So let's see if they can pull this off.
So they come up, they set nicely. Well defended by the force, though. They're still on their feet. It's at the back. They're just getting realigned here. The Hurricanes, can they drive forward? The force defending really well here on their line as they come for the second surge. Advantage called by the referee. They're still up here. The Hurricanes have been pushed over now. Well defended. It's going to be a penalty, though. So do you think we'll see a replay of the same play?
Yeah, definitely. You know, they held that well early on. You know, the force defended well, but they've maintained their structure, and, you know, we'll go straight back to that again.
Looks like they may have chosen the scrum option here, Peter, which is an interesting one. Player down. As we look at the replay, we see the advantage being played. Ball just popping out of the back there.
Yeah, it's a really interesting play because, you know, that first scrum showed a bit of parity, and the force front row is really experienced. So, you know, if I was out there, I'd be definitely kicking to the line and backing my rolling maul.
Well, I guess it is a Super Rugby trial match, so they obviously want to test out their scrum, get it working in game conditions. How important are match conditions as opposed to, I guess, an opposed training session?
Yeah, very, very hard to replicate it. You know, just the intensity of the collisions just goes up a level, and yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how these guys can keep it up for the 80 minutes.
So scrum set now. Triple T with the ball. Tahu Rangi.
He's already a crowd favourite. I can just sense it.
Definitely. If they're not chanting Triple T back home in New Zealand right now, they certainly haven't got into the game just yet. Of course, we do say hello to our New Zealand viewers on Bar TV Sports. Of course, if you want to get into the game, it's hashtag Bar TV Sports or hashtag 4VHUR for Hurricane. Her. Of course, tweet us in and let us know. It's Triple T with the ball now. He's wrestled down to the ground. Taken off the back. It's going to be close. Pulled up short. Good desperation defence there by the force. As it comes out. Goods it is. The ball now with Black. Wide ball. Oh, it's a clanger out on the far touchline. It's going to be played advantage, though. Great defence coming off his wing. It was Morahan on the far side as they take the quick tap. It's close again. There's a man injured down in back play. It's Woodward, the fullback.
That was a great play by Luke Morahan. Saw he was under pressure, came out, made an incredible hit, and Woodward's feeling it now.
That is already on the highlight reel for Super Rugby season, Peter Playford.
That's the hit of the year, I'd say.
I'll tell you what, back in your day, did they hit like that? As the ball comes out the back, it's going to be close. Knock on, says the referee.
My day was more a bit like Odstag, so it's way too early in the season to hit like that.
Just grabbing shorts. So he hasn't got up Jason Woodward from that hit. It was an explosive tackle as we look now at the replay. Look at that, perfectly timed. He didn't quite get his arms around, so a little bit lucky to get away with that one. Oh, that's perfect, really, isn't it?
It looks like Woodward's fallen on the point of his shoulder, but I'm no doctor, so it could be anything to do with from head to toe.
Doctor of rugby, though, so we'll take that as gospel, Peter. As he gets to his feet now, he looks like he's going to be okay. Of course, the Hurricanes only got here yesterday as well. Jet lag, maybe?
Jet lag, heat stroke, everything.
So here's a scrum. It'll be the force feed with Pryor having the ball. We've got Grant set deep, as we mentioned before. Massive boot. Where's it going to go, Peter?
I think they'll back their line out. You know, I think they'll put it out. If he's any good at 10, he'll put it out close to the 40-metre line.
So the scrum just not finding its feet. It is a little bit sandy out there. We were on the pitch earlier on. Of course, the A-League playing here at the moment. Maybe that's got something to do with it. So a little bit slippery underfoot, maybe, Peter.
Yeah, it looks like it's mowed pretty short. So which the forwards won't like. And I'm sure the soccer players who are watching on Bar TV are going to get an awful shock when they see the field. But you know that's the joy of Super Rugby starting this early. Yeah,
definitely. The Mariners will be dodging potholes by the time they get out here for training in the next couple of days. But it's a boon for the Central Coast. The crowd is building quite nicely. There's a couple of thousand here in this Western Grandstand. Nice scrum shown by the Hurricanes. They go short side. Pryor puts the ball on the boot. It gets an outside edge, I guess they say. And not the best clearing kick. It's going to bring a bit of pressure here for the Force.
No, he wouldn't be happy with that. That's putting him under enormous pressure. And this could be another driving ball from the Hurricanes.
We see the ball boy, the lone foot soldier up there, doing his job. Of course, the ball boy is supplied by the Central Coast Rugby Union. Country Rugby doing great things for rugby in New South Wales as well, providing opportunities for young kids to get out there and meet their stars.
You can see the field's getting a bit of a bash up early on with some of the players aspiring to be groundsmen. So life after football is very important, as you know.
It reminds me of polo cross, the divot run. Have you ever seen that, where they're out after the horses get out there on the polo cross and there's 100 people go out and squash the divots?
I've never been to the polo, never fortunate enough.
I fly in those circles, Peter. So we'll just see. There's a bit of a break there, of course. There will be a few breaks due to it being a trial. So we'll see a few of the water boys, a few of the water men out there, keeping everyone well hydrated.
Hey boys, just captain, Peck and Brad, are you guys happy to play on from that, from a safety perspective? To me.
So the referee just concerned about safety here.
Oh, I'm happy to take time off if you want to get it right.
He's happy to take time off, I hear.
You know what I mean?
Oh, look, I think he's feeling it a bit too. I think the lungs are burning a bit, and he's using the excuse of the grass, which is clever by the referee.
Yeah, good ploy by the referee. Of course, we love the referees here. They do a great job for all levels of rugby. We're going to take time off, and we're going to get I guess what can only be described as a sand machine. Can someone call the greenkeeper? So I think that it was pretty funny there, wasn't it, when the referee was talking to the players. The players were like looking at him thinking, what are you talking about? Divots.
So it looks like he's bringing out
I don't know what that is.
A bit of a leveler. This might be the first.
That's like a broken pogo stick, isn't it?
I guess that's the
manual whacker packer.
The negatives of playing so close to the water, but the positive is we get such a great view, and the sun coming in now. It's on the field. It's very beautiful.
It makes me want to buy a dinghy and just park it over there at Iguana Joe's. I think that's what it's called, the bar out on the water. Look at this. You won't see this anywhere else in the world but Gosford. Central Coast Stadium. That is manual labour at its best. I hope he's done his safe work method statement.
I can see the real benefit this is doing to the field. Next scrum's there. It's going to go very, very solidly. So it's a great work by the groundsman, always thinking with innovation, and that's what we like at this start of the Super Rugby.
I'll be surprised if they don't bring out some pavers and just start laying some topsoil, and next thing you know, we've got a nice little patio out there.
It seems to be the housing trend, so maybe in the second half.
I'm a green grass man myself. You'd have some pavers at the apartment, Peter?
Yeah, lots of pavers. Grass means a bit more work. So
we'll get back to the action now. The captain's having a chat. Referee looks like he's ready to go on. Thanks to the groundsman. Thanks to the ball boys. So here we go for a line out. It is the Hurricanes with the ball, attacking the force line. Yeah, nicely taken there. They'll set up for a maul. They're a little bit far out for an attacking maul, so it goes to ground. Played off the back there. Nice little pick and drive. So you see Black just calling his forwards in. He's encouraging them to take the ball off the back. One out stuff here by the Hurricanes. Advantage called. Hurricanes. Well, they've come through there on the boards. Going to be a penalty. So the quick tap may be taken. Triple T has the ball.
They're really targeting around the force fringes. Maybe they see that as an area just to really tighten them up. But I can tell you what, in the warm-up, the Hurricanes were going very wide. So maybe it's a ploy just to bring them all in and then attack them on the wings, because they look like they've got some huge talent on the wings here.
Could it also be a case early in the season, struggling to get the combinations going early on? They look like there may have been a bit of confusion at the back there too. Black was calling for the ball, but a couple of forwards, as they do, got in the way maybe, Peter?
There's always a few mistakes early in the pre-season, so that's what they're for, to get all the strategies right. So, but I can see a bit of a trend here. So they'll work hard over the next 6 minutes for the break, and they'll want to score a try going into this first quarter.
Halaholos lined up to the right. Got Aki on the outside, and Proctor looming on the wing. They go that way. Here he is with the ball. Halahalo. Little Jink taking on the line. They go the same way. That was Fafita. Oh, drop ball there, taking all the pressure off the force. Of course, Fafita, known by his teammates as the Tongan Warrior, come through the Lions program as well. He's a big man, standing at 196 centimetres tall.
They're trying to get to the outside shoulders of the force defenders to bring in that outside defender as well to shorten them up. So, look, the strategy seems to be working. They just couldn't execute that pass on that occasion.
I see great vision there. Proctor there, the man on screen, cleaning up the ball, sporting the man bun. One of my favourite styles of hair. Cut, Peter, trying to grow it out myself.
Very popular amongst the outside backs. Being closest to the crowd, you always want to look good.
So here's Pryor with the ball. They're going to want to get it downfield. They've been seemingly down here for, I guess, the last 10 minutes or so. Great start by the force. They're ahead on the scoreboard. Flat ball to Godwin. He'll set it up for them. Grant standing back, gets the ball. And not the best clearing kick by his standards at all, Peter.
No, it looks like there's a bit of wind down there as well, and the Force are going straight into the teeth of it. But, you know, you'd expect the ball to go a little bit further out. They're still putting enormous pressure on themselves. And it's been apart from the start, the Force have been defending for the last 15 minutes. Well,
for our Perth viewers out here, looks like the Fremantle Doctors followed us all the way over, and it's now the Gosford Doctor as the ball pops up. Ball goes wide. Oh, nicely taken there by Proctor, showing why they rate him so highly in this Hurricane setup. Nice run there by Woodward. So again, attacking now the Hurricanes. They're playing a little bit wider, still going one out though. Not really getting continuity. Oh, that's a short side play. I thought it was on there, down the short side as they look again disjointed here, Peter.
Yeah, as I said early in the season, but they're just waiting for someone to take control. The 10's not getting the response he wants from his forwards. He's barking orders, but they're just not getting off the ground quick enough.
And again, not making the advantage line here. They're very well drilled in defence here, the Force. This could be trouble. Can't get the ball away. Holo. Ball coming at the back. Yeah, nice exchange of passing. This is better here by the Hurricanes. Black with a long ball. Oh, and again, nicely marked on that far side. Well read in defence there by the Force. Black now calling for it again. Goes wide. Ball coming out. Holo. Gets the ball in behind. Here comes Proctor. It's going to be trouble if he can't get to it. Gets away from one. What can they do? Here's Nakoro. He's isolated, but they get around him here. Well done there by the Force. Pryor calling his players around. Good communication by the halfback there. Ball comes back. Grant will get another kick into that breeze and finds touch, but doesn't find too much distance there, Peter.
Enterprising play. You know, the opportunity, the Force defensive line is scrambling and communicating really well. So that kick was a very attacking kick, and they got what they wanted out of it.
So on about the 22 here. What can they do?
I think they'll stick. They'll go short. They're looking towards the back of the line out and Peter Grant, just to tighten them up with forwards around the corner with options out the back. The Force will be very happy if they go into this first quarter without leaking a try, which will be a testament to their defence. Yeah,
definitely. Great defence on their goal line. Good desperation, especially they've made a very good read a couple of times on that far side with this Hurricanes going back towards the short side. So definitely the Hurricanes look best when they're taking it off the back. So we see referee blowing timeout.
Seems to be a bit of a choir at first quarter with the chairs coming onto the field. Very interesting strategy.
Yes, as we go to quarter time here, we'll go back to the lineup. They're going to have a quick break as we go down and have a look at the Force huddle. Of course, if you are listening in around Australia and of course around New Zealand to this Super Rugby trial match, of course, get involved in the game. Hashtag FORVHUR, that's Force versus Hurricanes. And hashtag Bar TV Sports. Of course, we are growing the game at Bar TV Sports. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, of course, all the social media. Get involved in the game. We like to hear from you throughout the coverage. And Peter, what do you make of that first quarter?
I think if I was reviewing the Force to start with, a very promising start. You know, showed their attacking skills. And then what it shows in this competition is when you make a simple mistake off the kickoff, you put yourself under pressure. And for the last 14 minutes, they haven't been able to get out of their half. From the Hurricanes, I think, you know, if they can keep the ball in hand, there's a lot of promise there. You know, they're direct running, they're looking for outside shoulders, trying to get the Force guys to bite the outside to make that extra space. So I'd be really looking forward to seeing if they can increase their skill set, you know, if they can get to the outside, and we're up for a very good game.
Yeah, we certainly are. As you mentioned, I'd like to see the Force maybe put a few phases together before they look to kick. I think they are looking good, getting over that advantage line, maybe drive it up the field a bit, Peter.
They look like to put on some good strength and size. So when they've got the ball in hand and they're running, they're dinting the line. If they can just get some ball in their own attacking half, you know, it'll be much easier. As these games show, you don't want to have the ball in your own half at all.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like a lot of effort, doesn't it, bringing those chairs onto the field just quietly for our viewers at home.
By the look of how they're doing it, they certainly trained for this during the pre-season, which is great to show. All parts of the game, you know, from getting here to getting on the field is always very important.
Yes, definitely. They've been here since Monday, so musical chairs. Maybe after training, do you think, Peter? Who do you think's the one that loses there for the foreside? I'm picking Peck.
Yeah, look, Hodjo's got one. Hodjo didn't let go of his chair the whole way, so, you know, that just comes down with experience. A few of the young guys might have walked in there and thought someone was going to do it for them.
Very good. We'll go back to the line out at quarter time. Running the same way. So it'll be the Hurricanes with the ball. What have they got here, the Hurricanes? Bit of movement in there. It goes out to Black. Black shows it. Making the advantage line. And again, they go the same way. The ball goes wider. There's going to be trouble if he can break free of the tackle. There was Goosen. So just overrunning the play there. And all good defence again there by the Force.
I'm really impressed with Adam Campbell. You know, he's coming off the line. He's making a big indent on this game.
A nice steal there by Maffei as the ball comes out. Godwin, no, sorry. Haylett Petty was. Haylett Petty. Good slicing run by the fullback. So ball comes wide now. Little chip over the top. He regathers. What a great play. He's got support. Inside. Hasn't got the pace to get there. Taken from behind, and Pryor spills the ball, but what a good passage of play. Set up there by Bracky. The chip and chased the long legs. I thought he could have put a jig on and got himself, Peter.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting when he was lining up to do a big kick. When the gap was there, he took it. You know, I just didn't think they needed to throw that last pass. They had him under the pump. They haven't been down here for a long time. You know, if they had their time again, I'm sure he would have held that ball. But again, we go back to a scrum on the other side of the on the field.
Yeah, we see the replay here. Godwin gets the ball, just tries to pop it up, and Pryor was under pressure. So unfortunate there for the Force. They look good though, don't they, when they have the ball here, Peter? Expecting big things from this side this year in the Super Rugby competition.
Peter Grant there is just standing and delivering, which is giving space to the outside guys. So when they do attack and go direct, they're making yards, and when they do, the accuracy of the passing is very good.
Very swift. Showing all his experience, Grant. And Godwin's been very good as well, apart from, I guess, that last push pass. He's been in everything.
They look to be gelling quite well for the early stages.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
So it'll be a Hurricanes ball here. They go to the open side. Oh, nice step inside now. Black has it. Can't get a ball away though. He's very elusive, isn't he? The 12 in midfield there. Holo.
Again, that was a big hit by Adam Coleman.
Yeah, he's having a monster game here, Coleman, as the ball goes back under pressure. Goes downfield. Pryor bounces away from him. Picks up Haylett Petty. And he gets a deep kick. It's going to be too deep. Proctor comes back to it. So it'll be a 22 restart. The Force taking their time here to realign. Could be trouble.
A few tired boys out there.
Looks like Uhila's come on for the Hurricanes in the 17. He looks like an absolute monster. Ball goes deep. Pryor finds himself under it. What can he do? He looks like he's going to shape to kick. Yes, he is. He puts it up. Pinpoint accuracy there, just outside the 22. Woodward tries to get away, gets a pass away. This is going to be trouble here. Gooston, he's fast, he's quick. Inside there to the replacement. And what a shot there. Didn't see it coming. Nice work there. Haylett Petty was the man. This is great stuff here by the Force. So here's Bracky stepping. He's elusive, gets a ball away, goes to ground. Haylett Petty cleans up. 40 metres out from their own line now as they put on a little jig. Oh, spilt the ball. So now the Hurricanes have the advantage. Nice flat ball and replacement there on. It's Tuatama in the 24 jersey. Ball comes out now. Grant, poor pass there. Let's see what they can do. They'll have to set it up on the far side. Penalty though. A little bit unlucky there, the Force, Peter.
Look, the skill set is dropping as we're going on a bit here. It's just going to take one team just to really tighten it up, get back to their game plan, and make sure they can execute some of their pre-season strategies. At the moment, the ball's going to deck a little bit too much for my liking.
As we see the replay here, there's the replacement. We mentioned him earlier on, Uhila. He's a big man, but it takes a bigger man to knock a bigger man down, Peter.
Haylett Petty's put on a few big hits today, and that's the signs of some good extra work in pre-season.
Haylett Petty and the Heartbreakers. I tell you what, that was a heartbreaker, wasn't it? I felt that up here.
Lucky he wasn't looking.
Goes to back. Again, good set piece by the Hurricanes. Black, another wayward pass there, and Bracky nearly comes up with the ball. So Proctor takes the ball to ground. Just not getting it right here, the Hurricanes. Oh, flat ball, and they dropped it again, so the Force, they're looking at them, Peter.
There's some really good line speed from the Force, putting a lot of visual pressure on the Hurricane players, but for me, the passing accuracy isn't on song yet, so it's putting the catcher under a bit of pressure.
Pat Cowan going sideways. Ball comes back. And this is a better kick here. Oh, the fullback comes around, nicely positioned. Woodward. Oh, that is almost a pinpoint kick as we see the puff of sand come up there. So the ball will come all the way back. Just not getting things together here, the Hurricanes. Nothing to be panicky about. Of course, it is the first hit out. They will also be playing the Blues over there in New Zealand.
I'm sure the coaches will be a little bit frustrated with the ball handling. You know, trial games are really important to build your structures and your strategies, and when you're dropping the ball, you know, it makes it very hard to see what you want to work on.
As we see down there,
let's go, boys, please.
A little bit of a shoulder injury maybe to the skipper.
Could be a very tactical break. 26 minutes in.
Front rowers, they're renowned for it, aren't they?
The ones that have been around for a long time, and Peck's played a lot of games of footy, so you know, experience is very big.
There we go, and
boys, mark's been set, please. Let's
a couple of tweets coming in as well. Jared Slights. He's loving your work with the pronunciations, Peter. We can say Hurricanes, apparently. So thanks for tuning in. Jared, of course, if you do want to get involved in the action, hashtag BarTV Sports, at BarTV Sports, to get involved in this trial match, or hashtag FORVHUR, Force First Hurricanes. So Pryor has the ball. It's going to be a penalty. Good scrum, good platform set by the Force, and that's a penalty that the front rowers love to get.
First scrum penalty of the year.
There we go, and I don't want to say first of many, but I dare say we will see a few throughout the season. But it's always a mindset, isn't it? It's a good mentality for these front rowers. They need cuddling and coaxing along, don't they? So that'll make them good come Super Rugby season.
Yeah, it's always important to be good mates with the front rowers, but the platform they need to set, you know, is getting more and more important as the Super Rugby grows.
So here they go, the Force. They looked very good when they were down here. They've only been down here once so far. The ball's at the back. Alcock has it. The ball coming back and now comes out. Godwin has it. Short ball was nearly on there, but he goes himself. Nicely played to the short side there. Cowan, here's the captain. Oh, he's wrestled to the ground there. Nice tackle. Nice defence by the Hurricanes. Ball goes to ground. A little bit scrappy now. Bracky. Can he get away? No, he can't. Of course, Bracky originally from the US. Played a lot in South Africa as well. Here's Coleman again. He laid the platform early on for the Force side. Here's Maffey. Palming one off. He's dangerous. Going the short side. Dancing with the sideline there was Stander. Ball comes around the bootlaces. Alcock ducks under that one. Advantage played. So picked up. It's going to be a penalty. What do you do here, Peter? It's a trial game. Do you go for the quick tap or you go for some structure?
I think they'll do a scrum here just to practice the centre field scrum. You know, points aren't that important in a trial rather than the structures, so they should go for a scrum here to see how they can test themselves either side.
Scrum wide. Yeah.
So referee just getting his side set.
Yeah, but what I was seeing last time is you coming.
Of course, another good thing for this, the reserve referee, a young kid from Newcastle, Jared Logan, will be hoping that the referee pulls a hamstring out here and gets his start. Big opportunity for everyone here in these trials.
Yeah, Jared, the touch judge.
He's not on the. He's actually reserve referee. I spoke to him before the match. They have a reserve referee.
Oh, it's such an important part of the game. I saw the referees have the film crew follow them in, you know, for their reality TV series. So they'll be hoping to have a great day today. And if they can get some more people on the field, they'll be happy with that too.
I'm the referee. Get me out of here. And now, dummy there by Grant. Show and go. Taken to the blind. Well done there. They're looking to build the pressure here. The Force again. Here's Maffey. The big palm comes out again. Coleman right behind him, as he has been all game, and another penalty blown by the referee.
Number 4. I can't play on. Number 5's off his feet. Number 4, goal offside.
So offside is the call by the referee. Does he cry blood? Is that a tear of blood?
That's all that hard work in the preseason.
Blood, sweat and tears, all right, over there in WA. They're toilers over there, Peter. Nice flat throw. They set up for the rolling maul. Alcock comes to the back. We've seen him score plenty of tries in the Buildcorp NRC, certainly in the previous season. All coming in the back there. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty there. Tamuga Allen.
I think someone might go here. The referee's going to lose patience soon.
Do you send someone off in a trial? Do you give them time? Surely there's a replacement rule. There's a handshake agreement.
The referees never do trials, mate. Every game for them is the most important game of their life. So this will be a test of patience for the referee here.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. But there's a couple now down here for you guys.
So he's going to keep an eye on it. Famous last words. Charles has the ball, gets it in. Nicely taken. They'll set up again here as Alcock comes to the back again. Penalty this time to the Hurricanes. So wasted opportunity, Peter.
Number 7 slipping back.
A coach killer. 5 metres out, line out. You want to get points 90 to 100% of the time. When the simple penalties like that have got to kill the coaches.
Well, we're next door to Michael Foley here in the box. He's calm and composed. Eyes of steel. He's not quite over yet, Peter.
No, 7-0 up. Look, the defence of both sides has been impressive. You know, I'm waiting for, as an attacking person myself, I'm waiting for the attack to hit the heights. We've seen glimpses, but I certainly don't want the game to turn into a defensive game.
So, nice work there by the Force. Pryor comes up with it. The ball comes out wide. Yeah, nice pass off to to Charles. Little handoff. Here's Grant. Long ball. Bracky. Nice step off the right. He's good on his feet, isn't he, Peter?
Bracky's looked exciting in the wide channel, so if they can get the ball to him more, it'll be good.
Yeah, good run there by Miller. Losing a boot for his trouble. Stander taking them forward. The man from South Africa. Here's Coleman. Coleman, what can he do? He can take the ball forward. They go short side again. Nakoro trying to break the line. Pryor running. Grant drifting. Godwin now with the ball. They're just throwing it around. Need some more direct routes here, Peter. As Alcock settles the ball. It's going to be a knock on though. They need to run a bit more directly, I think, Peter.
Look, the speed of the game's getting to them a bit. They're not working hard enough to get laterally to go square. So they're working on the overs, making it easy tackle for the defensive team, and they're just running out of options.
Yes, definitely. 35 minutes gone, both sides drawing breath. During this lovely coastal seaside breath. Of course, Brisbane water oxidises the air here down on the Central Coast. Peter, you'd have some sort of holiday house here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I've got a couple up here. I like
Evoker? You look like an Evoker man.
Yeah, I've got a couple up at Evoker and a few down south just to make sure that I can appeal to all the audiences out there.
Yeah, nice. What, down Kiama way?
No, down in Milton way.
Oh, nice.
A bit more land.
Yeah. We see there the crowd. They are right into this match here, Peter.
A lot of Waratahs supported, so they must have got a bit of a mixed email out there.
Well, as we mentioned before, we are in the Switzerland of Super Rugby, Gosford. Both sides coming halfway. Of course, the Force coming all the way from Perth, and the Hurricanes coming all the way from windy Wellington. We go back to the action. Tahu Rarangi, he's looked pretty sharp with the ball. I'd like to see him get out a little bit more from halfback. Create a few more opportunities maybe, Peter.
Yeah, he's working well at the back of the ruck, but they just haven't had any consistency, and any build, any continuity. So he's got to really bark to these forwards and set the standard. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night for him at the back of the rucks. And again, the Force putting some pressure on the Hurricanes scrum. And here he is now, Triple T, getting a nice ball away, Goosen. And he's taken nicely again on the far side. Morahan, he's doing so well on the right wing. And they take the quick restart here, the Force. Oh, the big goose step, and he pays the price for that one. Another good hit there. Knock on, says the referee. Very good defence in the midfield there, and very good defence on the wing, Peter. As we look at the replay, he gives him a bit of room and just grabs him from behind. That's great work there by the winger. Morahan's got plenty of pace, so to get outside him, that's a very fast winger on that left-hand side.
Yeah, Wes Goosen is the man in the 11 for the Hurricanes. He's been shown the sideline a couple of times, and when he's not shown the sideline, he's getting absolutely whacked, isn't he, by Morahan?
He's still going, though. To take someone on the outside there in that small amount of space, it's encouraging.
So here's Black with the ball. Inside ball, Black gets the ball again. Nice exchange and passing by the Hurricanes. They're playing more direct. Uhila. Now getting caught there, the referee kind of getting in the way as well himself. But it was advantage played, so it's going to be a penalty. There's about 3 minutes remaining. What can they do here, Hurricanes?
Yeah, they'll have a centre field scrum here. Both sides, I think they'll go left and have a crack down that short side.
The Hurricanes seem to have, I guess, picked up since Uhila, the 17, has come on. He's showing a lot of speed and, I guess, directness for this play by the Hurricanes here,
which is unique for a loose head prop. What can Triple T create here?
Let's see what he can do. Tahu Rarangi.
I'm tipping left-hand side here. Cut out to the 13 out there, and put the wing around to walk in under the post.
And here we go. Black goes against all our wishes, takes the ball himself.
Triple T calling him around the corner.
And here he is. He goes to the left. He's at the back now. Oh, a little flick pass on the inside. But well read by Bracky. But it's going to be called a penalty for offside. I thought he might have been okay there. So quick tap taken.
The referee has to be running out of patience. This seems to be a penalty every 2 seconds at the moment. The players need to abide by the rules to make this game flow.
So here they come. Thompson it is. Thompson looking to get those arms free. The ball spits out the back. Nice tackle there by Godwin. Comes out the back again. There's numbers here. Can they use it inside? Can he get there? No. Woodward pulled up short again. Good defence by the Force on their own line. Here's Fafita. Fafita taken around the feet. Oh, Triple T's almost there.
He's dangerous around the fringes there.
And knock on called by the referee. So the Force digging in deep. Everybody over watching in WA can hold their heads high, because this is some great Super Rugby defence here, Peter.
Defence shows a lot about your culture. You know, it looks like the Force have really bound tight together over the pre-season, because they're working incredibly hard. They're being put under pressure by the Wellington Hurricanes. They're working hard around the corner, and they're getting back and reloading, but the Force are up to the challenge.
Yeah, picking and driving there. Uhila, the man we've been speaking about in the 17. Dynamic. We should see more of him throughout the Super Rugby season. Not a bad position though for the Hurricanes to attack this Force scrum. Make it a bit messy. Comes off the back. Cottrell, nice flat pass to Godwin. I'd like to see them move it up here. Oh, that's going to be a penalty, so quick tap. Triple T takes it. Black gets the ball out wide. They've got numbers, and again, their defence by the Force is unbelievable on the stroke of half-time, Peter.
Dane Harlett-Petty has put on his own little show reel here. He's put up about 5 or 6 tackles.
Oh, look at that. That is unbelievable as we come to half-time. The score only 7-0. It could be much, much more in favour of the Hurricanes, Peter. But the Force, they've been defending like their life depends on it.
Yeah, look, and defence is ruling this game at the moment from both sides. There seems to be a lot of line speed and communication, which is pivotal to a good defensive lineup. From the attack point of view, though, you know, I would have really liked to have seen Godwin and Grant connect a little bit better. They're about 70% of where they should be. I'm looking forward to seeing Jono Lance come on to see if he can control that part of the game.
Yeah, definitely. And I think for the Hurricanes, before we go, Peter, a little bit of structure just missing for them.
Yeah, look, the ball skills are what's missing for them. I think the shape they're creating is quite good, but their ball skills are letting them down. They're working hard and chasing that pass, and there seems to be a few gaps around the fringes and on the inside of the 10. So if they can hold the ball and play with that same intensity, you know, it certainly won't be 7-0 come the end of the game.
Yes, well, the score is 7-0. We're just about to go to a quick break, and we're back with you in a few minutes. Of course, Peter Playford up here with me in the commentary box for the Fords. Of course, there's been a few tweets out there remarking how good the pitch has come up for this match. Some saying it's a sand trap, some saying this is what rugby's all about, Peter.
Yeah, I think the players will be finding it a little bit challenging, but, you know, it's a great pitch to play on, so looking forward to seeing this second half get underway.
Apasi also out there as well, taking his first minutes of the game, so a couple of changes up front as Pat Cowan. He's going to stay on, but the man we mentioned in the break, Heath Pestman, looks like he's going to get some time there at hooker.
And Jono Lance has entered the field, as we said. Expect some big things from Jono, and a few others that are coming on.
Yeah, Kane Kateka is out there as well in 22. And there's a couple of other changes that we'll bring to you early on in this second half. And there's Kateka. So Jono Lance standing there in the catching position, He'll probably get an early on test. And Kateka, he's another one. He hits very hard as well, as we saw in the Build Corp NRC. He's certainly a player that strikes fear in the opposition. As we come now for the second half of action. Hurricanes with the ball, kicking off. It's a high, long one. Oh, nicely taken. Cottrell gets up, unfazed by the attacking defensive line. Yeah, nice run there. The ball comes out. Lance has it. Lance, good kicking game too. Lance, by the way. We'll see him put the ball to boot. Nice high kick there. Of course, playing for the Country Eagles in the Build Corp NRC last season. So Kateka just trying to hold him up there. They go short side. They have the numbers, but again, the force adjusting accordingly. Oh, flick pass out the back, not needed. Referee's going to call a knock on. It's Hurricanes' advantage, so probably should have just dived on that one, Peter.
I can imagine the coach's last words just saying, let's build some pressure, let's keep the ball in hand, and then you get that flick pass. It's one of those things that hopefully the coaches are walking up the stairs, sit down and go, what just happened?
I know what just happened. It's the first scrum of the second half. 1 + 1 = 2, Peter.
Lots of milestones.
So we've got Godwin lined up on the right. Lance on the left. Interesting defensive pattern. Lance covering the short side.
Yeah, very interesting defensive pattern. See what they do here. They're giving him a lot of space to get to the outside.
And Black, it seems, is set wide. So looking maybe for field position here, the Hurricanes.
What I love about that, Baraki's just run in from outside centre and given plenty of bum taps to the forwards and the back of that scrum. That's what you need. You need the backs and the forwards talking to each other all game. That's what builds champion teams.
Well, you're one of the leading lights in culture, not just in rugby, but in the commercial world as well, Peter. So anyone listening out there, a bum tap never goes astray.
Yeah, get it approved by your HR manager first.
The ball coming back now. Oh, he's been on fire so far this game. Holo. And Black goes to short side. Little grubber kick in behind. It does find touch.
I'm surprised they haven't used the kick very often. You know, it's a strategy we used a lot last year. You don't want to play football in your own half. You know, you want to hold the ball for the least amount of time and build pressure through it by putting in attacking little kicks.
So Heath Testman here. First test of the game for him with the line out throw. Ball comes in. Yeah, not straight, says the referee. And Heath Testman will not be happy with that one.
Good to see the referee get into the game early, though. That's always a big play. They're not straight. It's an easy call. It's pretty obvious, so it's good to be back into the game in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. Doing a great job too, the referee. Plenty of line ball calls going his way.
He would have had a really good halftime chat, but we're always complimentary to the referees. They do a great job.
One player we haven't seen too much of was that man on screen, Aki. He hasn't seen too much ball. It's been all holo. So here come the Hurricanes. They move a little bit from the back of the scrum, and the ball coming out the back, and there's the man, Aki. Taken on the 22 as they come around the back there.
This defence is really, really impressive. The force seems to have done a lot of work in the preseason, and it's definitely showing.
So Triple T, he's on the bench now. Wilson in the 21. He's taken over at halfback here, so let's see what Wilson can provide from the back of the breakdown. Oh, good run again there by Fafita. He's been very solid for this Hurricane side so far. Ball comes out now. Inside ball, Proctor it is. Proctor taking the ball in field. And there he is again for Fafita. Getting away from one, swiveling, and it's going to be on here on the short side. The ball comes out, so the force come up with it again. Good defence, but they knock the ball on. So again, the Hurricanes looking to attack. It's on out the left if they can use it. Black has it. Oh, nice step on the inside again. Hello, hello. Big palm comes out. Nicely done. Dummy on the inside. What can they do? They look a little bit stagnant here, the Hurricanes. Out of ideas, maybe, early on in the season. Ball comes out. Wilson, short ball. Fafita has it now. Looking to get the ball out. Oh, big dummy by Black. Black sees a little gap there. Can't get through it. Hello, hello. He's got the ball. Oh, almost an intercept by Bracky. Sorry, it wasn't even Bracky. It was Canelio. Canelio's out there now. Big long legs as well, but you can tell by those flashy pink boots there has been a change made.
Look, it's great to see the outside backs drawing more attention to themselves. It should be done more in rugby. The man bun and the boots, it should be a mandatory thing from the outside backs.
Yeah, very good. And we just hear the referee there saying next one to the bin maybe for continual penalties there at the breakdown.
We apologise talking over the top of that.
Yeah, to the referees union, definitely don't hold that against us. Don't put us on the blacklist. We do want to come to every ground possible here on Bar TV Sports. And Peter Playford certainly can't be barred from any more grounds that you already are.
Yeah, it's good.
We're just lacking in a bit of structure here from the Hurricanes. I think that, you know, that the intention's there, but they're just struggling to get into a bit of shape. So it's going to take, you know, if the 9 and 10 can combine here, but we're really lacking a bit of direction at the moment.
Well, Black, he's on the short side. He looks like he's calling for the ball. They go to the open. Ola, hello. Oh, hello. He's been met there, hasn't he? Hello. Nicely taken. So this forced defence, this is one of the best pre-season efforts you will ever see. So it shows the commitment they're coming into the Super Rugby season. As they continue to drive forward here, the Hurricanes. Another penalty. We could see a card come out here. Yes, we can. What's it going to be? He sliced the cheese. It's Colby, and it's off.
Look, he's
the
done,
big yellow.
He's done well to hold off there. There's been a lot of lazy penalties, and look, it's the only option he had.
Yeah, Maffei was, I believe, coming from the field. But the man in the pink boots over there, Canelio, he had an unbelievable NRC season towards the back end there. He's explosive, he's quick, and he's going to be a handful out there if they can get the ball to him. As we see here, the replay, yeah, just unfortunately, indiscretion after indiscretion. Someone had to go, didn't they?
And this could be a turning point. You know, we've been waiting all match for this little TP. So this could be the TP that we're really interested in seeing.
Crouch.
So he'll go to the naughty corner.
Bind.
Pryor.
Set.
So a man down now in the scrum. It'll be interesting what the Hurricanes do here. They go short side, nicely taken by Canelio around the ankles. Short side is still on. They can't realign quick enough here, the force. They get there, and they're up in their faces again, the force.
That's great defence.
The Hurricanes, could be offside called there. Advantage played. Canelio just jumping the gun. Fafita drops the ball. Penalty, and we could see someone else going to the bin here. He's looking for the pink boots. Let's listen to the referee.
Just relax. Okay,
just
you've
relax.
Already got one in the bin. 28's offside. Anything, if you have another one, I'm going to put another one in the bin. Understand? You need to get the message to them. We need more discipline.
That's good authority there, Peter.
Yeah, I'd listen. You don't want another one in the bin. 2 people in the bin takes you down to 13 players, and as the law of averages states, 13 is not going to beat 15.
Well, that's right. I remember in Year 12 maths, my teacher said, just listen. I didn't. Spent all Year 12 in the corridors doing maths outside the classroom. So the referee always right. That's a lesson for any kid out there. We love what the referees do. Of course, if you are tuning in throughout Australia and, of course, all across New Zealand, we're enjoying your company here on Bar TV Sports, and the Force come up with it, so this could be the let-off they were looking for. Oh, it looks like the Hurricanes now were offside. Oh, they were miles in front there. They jumped the gun, but the referee and touch judges missed it. So now, the Hurricanes in another good chance to attack. Can they put something together? They need the combination. They need the phase play, Peter.
They need something, you know. They really need to put something together here. Otherwise, as a coach, you'd be starting to say these guys are losing their opportunity.
Held up nicely there by the Force. The Hurricanes get the ball back. It's still on. Black has it. Cut out pass. There's a man on the outside. Can't get to him. Aki was looming on the wing there. And here's Fafita again. Short ball. Apasi. Continually one off the ruck. Not too many bodies in motion at the moment. The ball comes out the back. Black. Oh, the ball goes to ground. He didn't have the runners where he wanted them. Thompson getting a nice ball away. Keeping the ball alive. The Hurricanes. Black has it. Short ball again. Black lined up to the left. Advantage played again to the Hurricanes. Here we go. He's gone to the pocket. And it's going to be another yellow. Tessman now. Tessman gets a slice of cheese. Put that on your sandwich and go and have a rest. Heath?
That's 2 out of the forward pack. That's a big play. I think the referee has let this go on. There's been lots and lots of penalties. So that'll be a big impact on this game. The Force, this will really test their defensive structure.
Sorry, I thought it was Tessman. Actually, it was Katika. So now, what can the Hurricanes do? It's what the crowd, in part, came to see. See them use this amazing back line. At the moment, they're below on form. It is early on. It is pre-season here. So we've seen 52 minutes gone in the second half. Ball coming back to Apasi. Apasi breaking the line. They go to the short side. Wilson, good quick hands there by Aki. Aki. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be advantage. And now, kicked downfield. Morahan it was. Advantage now over. So they've given the ball back to the Hurricanes. They're dangerous now in broken field. Can they put something together? So just taking the ball into contact. Black. Again, feeding his forwards. He looks more composed this second half as they go back to the right. Cornelio coming up. Too quick, sorry. Bracky back on the field.
They just hold on to the ball here. They'll exploit the overlap very, very quickly. No need to throw the ball around like they are.
Wilson stepping, jinking. Gets a nice ball away.
Bit of space out here.
Yeah, definitely a bit of space. Can he get the big arm free? Oh, and again, great defence. It was Jono Lance that time. The Force pulling out everything. And again, another shot in the breadbasket. And now Lance gets a nice kick downfield, relieving them of pressure. And that's why he's so valuable, Peter.
That's a great hit by Jono Lance. You know, we've been very fortunate to see a lot of big tackles there, but that certainly got his team out of trouble. And again, a good chase there.
Cottrell just couldn't get
they could be under a bit of pressure here.
Cornelio wrapping them up. There's still trouble. Down that right-hand side, the step comes out. What have they got here, the Hurricanes?
This is great scrambling defence by the Force, and they earn a penalty.
Well, the Force just hanging in. They're 2 men down at the moment. The Hurricanes throwing everything at the Force. playing broken field, playing structure, but the Force coming up with all the answers, Peter.
I think the Hurricanes think that with the jet lag and the heat stroke, there's a lot of altitude there as well. They seem to be struggling to get the air in. The Force are scrambling really, really well. This is great signs in terms of defence by the Western Force.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the altitude here, as you mentioned, 1.5 above sea level. It's got to be playing with this Hurricane side, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's hard to adjust to.
While we have a minute.
Just the travel, I think it would have got them getting over here the day before a game. You know, it's not kind, some of those travel from over the Tasman, so you know they'll be taking. I reckon they'll be right for the last 20.
Yeah, definitely. So here we go. We're looking at the Hurricanes. What can they get together here? Fatty Alofa is the player in the 4 jersey. Of course, the Hurricanes playing with multiple jersey just to make it even easier for us here at Central Coast Stadium. And getting here is the easy part, isn't it, Peter?
Yeah, beautiful drive up the highway this afternoon.
Do you call it the M1 or the F3? I can't get past the F3.
I just call it the highway of dreams, mate.
And we're here at the Stadium of Dreams at the moment. Gosford, Central Coast Stadium. The ball comes in. It's a scrappy one. So plenty of colour out there in the boots. There's pink boots everywhere. By the Force, here's Lance turning Bracky back on the inside. He was dangerous in the first half. Another good run by him. Ball comes through and it's kicked through, and scrappy here by the Force, just not getting it down. And the ball kicked out on the full.
Referee's called that inside.
Whoa, I don't know about that one, Peter.
Referee's never wrong.
It was close.
White number 8, sub.
We're calling white number 8 is off. A sub. Cottrell coming off.
Rory Walton entering the field, a lock from the Northern Suburbs team in Sydney that's moved over to Western Force a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and he is a damaging player. He's a big player. He's very mobile for his size as well. Look for him to run off Lance. As we look at the replay there.
Interesting to see this is the first really attacking opportunity the Force have had in a long time. So let's see Jono Lance put his stamp on this.
Oh, off the top, it's scrappy again. Nice flat ball. Oh, chip over the top again. One too many for my liking.
All planned. Wanted that space just around the middle of the field to work around the corner.
There's Canelio. So the ball's stuck in there at the moment. The referee will call the scrum. Force were going forward, so let's see what they can do. They've got a good attacking opportunity off this set piece here.
Really looking forward to seeing the pack of 8 go against the pack of 6. You know, it'll be a big test for the cult hero Heath Testman to see if he can keep this scrum together.
Well, Testman's back on. He was one of the men. Was he no, he wasn't one of the men that went on the bin. I'm confused. There's so many people in the bin. You'd think it's council pickup day.
A few backs in there to help out. This will be one of the best scrums of the year, I think. When you've got a winger on the blindside scrum, the winger's going to add lots of weight here. You watch this to be a pushover from 40 out.
Once you go in there, you never go out.
Look at that strength of Morahan. Look at him driving straight through.
It's like he's always been there.
If that's not an attacking penalty, I don't know what is.
It's like he's trained for that moment his whole life. Oh, up the middle here, nicely played there to Walton. Walton going forward.
I feel the energy lifting here.
Here come the Force, as you said, they are lifting. Ainsley is on the field now as well. Lance kicking it in behind, and here they come. Oh, the foot race was on. Morahan was quick, and he just couldn't get there in the end, Peter.
You can feel the atmosphere lift straight away. The waves going around the stadium, and Jono Lance is seeing space, and everyone's reacting to him.
The waves going around the stadium. The palm trees are even blowing. There, everyone's behind it here at the Central Coast Stadium.
I think we're going to see our second try.
And here they come through. Oh, it was so close. Yes, he's called the try. You called it, Peter Playford. And I can't get a handle on that. There is no better caller in the game than Peter Playford, the expert in running rugby.
Look, I think that's a very well executed defensive line out. You know, you don't throw anyone up and you just wait for the miss. You know, it's been a pretty good option all year, so this is a great way for the try to come.
Very good, and there's the man. Look at the wry smile on him.
I don't think we even saw Stevie Murphy come back onto the field, so maybe he was lingering in the end goal and just fell on it.
Wow, look at that. You called it through, and I don't think I've been that excited since 1973. And I wasn't even born. And here's Lance with the ball. Lance, a very good goal kicker too.
He will not miss this.
Stands the ball upright. We don't see that too often these days.
With the sirens in the background giving a bit of direction.
The party lights, they call them here on the Central Coast. And the ball through the sticks, and what a good kick by Lance. So now the Force 14, Hurricanes 0. And the Hurricanes, they'll be disappointed. They've had all the possession, all the ball, and we're going to see quarter time, Peter, and what a good quarter of rugby that was, and a good result for the Force. The Hurricanes, though, they'll be disappointed.
I'm not going to hold back here. I think if you're the Hurricanes coach, you've got to be really, really critical in the execution of what they've got. I've found the passing to be pretty much behind them, which is preventing any kind of continuity going down the outside. If I'm the coach of the Hurricanes now, I'm saying control the ruck, play direct football, earn the right to work to the space, and if they do that, there's still a chance coming home in this game. If I'm the Force, I'm saying stick to my guns. Defensively, we're working, we're scrambling hard. Let's earn the right to get a bit more possession in attack, and once I get that possession, let's convert it more to points. You know, this game's still up for the taking. It's a great start to the Super Rugby season of 2016.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's been exciting, especially the last 10 minutes of play there. And of course, we do apologise to our fans out west. It is hard to travel from the west as well. Of course, they are 3 hours behind us, so they have to get used to the jet lag too. Thanks, our west from the west. Getting in touch with us at Bar TV Sports, hashtag Bar TV, or even hashtag FORVHUR. And we're looking like everything is looking good on everyone's flat screens. Everyone's looking on the tablets. They're having fun on their iPads, on their iPhones. If you want to get in the game, let us know at Bar TV Sports. Of course, we're looking at the huddle there. They're playing musical chairs again. John O'Lance seems like he's new to the club. Looks like he's taking control there at the huddle.
I'm really liking what the Force are doing at the moment. You know, this is the makings of a pretty good year. Defence wins championships, and the way they're working and the way they're talking, combining John O'Lance, Peter Grant leading the teams, you know, this could be set for a really big year for the Force. 20 minutes to go. Anyone's game. I'm looking forward to seeing this last quarter get into action.
Yeah, we definitely are, and we do have an update there. We apologise to our viewers. The team sheets that we got. 28 is Semisi Masariwa. So he's into the action as the Hurricanes take the restart there after the try was scored.
Another big play from the referee early in the quarter, which is going to set for another good quarter.
So, of course, we have been saying Cornelio was in the 28, but it's actually Masariwa. We apologise to our viewers. Of course, the team sheets that we got. As such, so here we go. Heath Testman. What can he do? He's been a little bit shaky. There's a little bit of humidity. We see him wiping himself down with the golf towel. I wouldn't touch that if I was the ball boy.
Very experienced campaigner, Heath Testman. Thrives in opportunities like this.
Comes to the back. Oh, the referee might have a problem. No, he doesn't. The ball comes out. Lance.
They just jump crooked then.
Gets the ball to Cottrell. Cottrell takes it up nicely. Lance comes around. He's definitely got this back line firing now. Looks very exciting. Looks sharp. But they turn the ball over. Hurricanes have it. Attacking now. What can they do? Can they turn the ball inside? No, they'll take the ball forward. Good run there.
By the number 25.
And another good run. Hurricanes tournament. As the ball comes out the back now. Long ball out wide. Goosen gets inside. He's fast. Wilson getting the ball out. Black, nice flat ball again. He's been very good, hasn't he, Fatty Loafer, when he's come on in the 4 jersey. Nice short ball. Hard to stop. Knock on, says the referee. So again, the Hurricanes with a good opportunity to attack. They're full. So it will be a full complement now, I believe. So the Force scoring with a couple of men down, Peter. That you can't take anything away from them.
As I said, I'm really impressed with them. I think they're showing a lot that they haven't shown in recent seasons. So, you know, this last 20 minutes, if they can put a few more points on, they come out of here with a big smile.
Crouch.
And we don't want to feel like we're favouring one side here, but the Hurricanes really have to improve their handling skills. They've had a lot of possession, you know, and the shapes and structures are there. They just need to execute a bit better, and they can still open it up with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, definitely. We know they've got the points in them. They look best when they go direct and go forward and go a little bit closer to that A and B channel of the breakdown, Peter.
The Force are wanting him to throw that long pass because they're scrambling really well. If they can continue what they're doing in the first half, which was just getting to the outside shoulder and getting that outside guy to bite in, you know, there's going to be space in the next phase. They've just got to show that patience that they're not showing at the moment.
So going short side, oh, flick pass. Trouble, gets one ball away. Can he get the bay? Our clock gets it on the inside. Yeah, nice ball there. They pop it back up. This is going to be a great effort if they can get to the line. Going forward here, the Force.
Need to show some patience.
Lance. He's got Walton on his outside. Goes to him. Walton drives forward. Testman comes in to clean out.
They might look short side here.
So Grant comes into half. Lance gets it. They go open. Oh, nice step on the inside. And what a try. What a good try, Nasawera. Great work, great lead up. And that is a good try, finding so much space out wide there, Peter.
He's had a great impact since he's come onto the field. The testament to a winger looking for the other wing getting involved. You know, always creating that extra man. You know, it's a great try to start the last quarter.
Yeah, definitely. He used that big step, didn't he, off the right. He's happy with it. And so is the crowd. So that will take the Western Force 19-0. And of course, if you are listening in across Australia and New Zealand, no one probably would have thought that coming into this match.
No, and as I said, Jono Lance has added a lot of energy into this game. You know, just finding the area, giving a bit more direction. You know, it's been a good to watch.
As the man there, Jono Lance, comes in to kick. Doesn't miss very often, and he certainly doesn't miss there. So the score now 21-0 in favour of the Force.
Here we have a look at the replay here. You know, great work at the breakdown. Peter Grant spotted the gap. Jono Lance off his toes, out the back. Great feet here. That's a great well-worked try by the Western Force.
Yeah, quick feet, wasn't it? And he's certainly one to watch out for, Masawera. That's a high kick. Oh, coming up nicely. There's the man who saw some time in the bin. Kane Kateka.
This could be a scrum here.
Yeah, they are a little bit scrappy at their own breakdown, aren't they, at the moment, the Force? Maybe just running out of puff here. The legs getting a little bit tired. Now the Hurricanes work the short side.
It's still
And
that.
here he is, bigger Hiller. He's taken a beating, but he's given a beating as well. Apasi now. Working the short side again. They go a little bit wider this time. Aki standing deep. Oh, that's a pass to no one. Trying to flick it inside and taken out.
Seems to be a head clash. Someone down in back play.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble down there. We'll get a camera on it so we can see who it is.
You'll be seeing they're the stars of Sydney, they would say.
The stars of the Central Coast. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's a tough knock there. Head clash with his own player.
That's what I was talking about, the culture. These guys are really getting to know each other over in the Force.
Aren't they?
Let's hope he has a speedy recovery.
That was almost romantic, wasn't it, as they came together, their heads?
Two backs.
Oh, ball going at the back. Can they get to it? Tessman.
Great work there by Wilson at the back.
Quick hand shown. Black gets the ball away. Aki now here. They've got a bit of space out wide here. The Hurricanes. Again, the Force scrambling well. So they go to the left. Another barnstorming run there by Hiller. Here's Black. Black turning the ball inside. Aki palming one off. Trying to get it away from his man. Can't.
It seems like the Force have got 30 out there the way they're defending.
Yeah, they're just stopping them from getting over the advantage line. It's going to be Alcock coming with it. He's gone all day, hasn't he? Alcock, he pops up everywhere.
Here we go. Here's the magic man.
The big kick up high. It's sky high. It's come down and no, nicely taken there. Hurricanes now. Good chance to counter. Bouncing out of one. Black has it.
Great support play
up
here from the Hurricanes.
Forward off white's the call, so the Force playing advantage there. The Hurricanes have it.
Here we go, a bit of excitement.
Up the middle, here we go.
Let's see if they can convert this.
Tuitama, he's got support on the outside, went inside, went outside, and the ball went down. The Hurricanes still have the ball.
I think he looked at the man and wanted to pass to where he should have been, rather than where he actually was.
So they'll take it forward. They're real set here. The Hurricanes starting to look dangerous. Oh, and Black just caught there. I thought it may have been a little knock on. There's now the Force drive over. This is better stuff by the Force of the breakdown, but the Hurricanes come up with it. They've been strong in that area today. Ball comes out. Aki's got one on the outside. Tries to get around. Steps back inside. Jinx. So flat ball thrown. Gibbons it was. And again, Jono Lance, good defence there in the middle. So it wasn't Lance has gone back to fullback. It was
Heath Tessman.
In fact, Tessman. They do look the same, don't they? The hooker and the fullback.
As Jono gets on in his career, yeah, he's starting to resemble more of the hooker breed. But you know, having a great game and adding lots of impact.
Of course, you've got a few fans out there. Andrew James, only matched by the talent in the commentary box. So thanks very much for getting in the game. Of course, if you do want to get in the game, at Bar TV Sports, hashtag Bar TV Sports, or even hashtag FORVHUR for the game, Force versus Hurricanes. It's 21-0. There's 10 minutes to go. Can the Hurricanes get some points on the board and come away from Gosford with something?
Still anyone's game, though.
Yeah, 10 minutes is definitely a long time, especially, I guess, in the trials. So we'll have a scrum here.
Interesting to see if they play field position or if they attack from this part of the field. You know, with ball in hand, Johnny Lance has really set the outside backs on fire. So it looks like our wheels and our magic man is on the right hand side, and it could be a very good indication where the ball's going.
Guys, let's just lift the height. Lift the height of the scrum.
So let's see what they can do. They're having a little conversation. Lance is, as you said, out on the left.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Still.
So here come the Hurricanes looking to put pressure on the scrum. They go short side. It's on here. It goes on the boot, kicking it away. And it's going to be out on the full. So poor execution there by the Force. They'll be unhappy with that. And now the Hurricanes with another chance to attack and get some points on the board here. The clock is ticking.
I'm really liking the look of this Masiraki. You know, he's got a good right foot. He's got good game awareness. And as you saw from that try, he shows electric feet. He could be a real find for the Force this year.
Yeah, definitely got some good wheels on him. Hot pink to be precise. Were you a black boots man back in your day, Peter?
Look, back in the day, all my my running and my jigging and my try scoring did all the attention. But look, for those guys out there that need to wear the boots, you know, it's a very marketable world now, as we know. So any publicity is good publicity.
That's right. So here they go, the Force now. Lance has his full complement. What can they do? So the scrum just not holding here. There's been a couple of changes up front.
I don't want to talk at every scrum. Okay? Lines up. Keep the line up.
The referee doesn't want to talk at every scrum, so...
With 8 minutes to go, let's see if he can stick to that.
Well, he's doing well so far, hasn't said anything. He is allowed to say crouch, pause, engage. We'll give him that. So now the Force, Lance. He's set. Ball comes back. He has it now, Lance. Feeds Godwin. Sorry, it's Grant. Has come on for Godwin, of course. Lance comes back. Not many options. He'll put the ball up high. It's a decent kick as they come through on the ball. Good pressure. Goosen here, he's
been very impressive,
threatened,
Goosen.
hasn't he? Sorry?
He's been very impressive, Goosen.
Certainly threatened. Black punches the ball downfield. Taken, I thought, inside the 22. They'll choose to run it. Lance has options both ways. Punches a nice ball down, but they are there to field the possession. Amunga Jensen playing in 23. Getting some game time. Oh, ball pops up. Nice short ball and a passy. Finding a little passage down that short side again. He seems to have marked that as his own spot there. Doesn't seem to move too far outside those train tracks. Oh, another good tackle there. Good defence again by the Force, showing they're not going to give up their structures in this match. And here's a chance here with Grant getting away. They're going to be forced to clean out here, and they do well, the Force. Rory Walt, what can he do? I know what he'll do. He tucked the ball under his arm, and he's lost the ball. It goes backward. Hand it off. So Lance directing his troops around. It's going to be a penalty. So what can the Force do from here? So the ruck was formed first, we hear by the referee. So Jono Lance will be looking to push that around the 15-metre mark there, Peter.
I think Jono's got very high expectations. Jono will be looking to put this 5 metres out, which will turn into a line out, driving maul and another try.
Let's see, ooh.
He seems to be confused between the 22 and the 5 there.
Yeah, both lines though. I can see where that could have happened.
Needs a bit more direction there from his winger to let him know where the lines are. But look, that's a play anyway. There's still a chance to drive over here.
In any case, it'll be a good chance for this back line to get a few out. As the crowd thanking themselves, there's a couple of thousand here. As we see that bottom tier of this grandstand filled to the brim. Here's Alcock again. Alcock, he's up the middle. Can he go all the way? Alcock, he's nearly there. And they go over. Is he close? He's very close.
I think the pass was on there.
Should have passed it. Lance now. Can he get a ball away? Oh, he's got it over. And that's a try. Yes, the referee has called it. Michael Foley in the box next to us is going off. Matt Hodgson is as well. This is crazy here. It's 26 now, nil. And what a great try, Peter.
Very good, and a just reward for the effort and energy they're putting into this. You know, the second half has seen them really rally, focus on their skills, and they're getting the points for it.
They certainly are.
We'd say again that Jono Lance will put this right between and get that extra 5 points you were talking about pre-match to get into the water.
Yeah, definitely. It was the half back there coming out. Lance getting a nice little ball. Oh, it was very close. He may have dropped the ball. We'll take it. I guess they'll take anything now. But that's a try. So the score now 28-0 as the ball goes over the road. Ooh.
On its way back down to Sydney.
Looking for a cab, maybe?
On the way back from Club Troppo. Looks a bit wonky there.
Yeah. Response RSA's enforcer Club Troppo. He's been booted. As now the ball. Of course, for our viewers out there that don't know what Club Troppo is, it is right next door to Gosford Leagues Club, and that is the nightclub that used to be big in the 90s to early 2000s. The ball comes out now to Tessman. Tessman gets the ball wide. Lance. He hoists it up. Some cramping on the other side of the field.
Or a very, very good yoga pose. The players in pre-seasons are doing yoga a lot more, so maybe they've been advised halfway through games just to drop down to a downward dog, just to release some tension. So
he's in a bit of trouble with back play there, the yoga enthusiast, as he leaves the field. He's still at it.
He must have to clock up his hours for this week.
Off camera as we go back down to the play. Hurricanes. Oh, tap back there. The Force spoil it again. Here's Alcock. He's been everywhere all day, as he's known for. The Force, of course, have a great back row. He'll be pushing, I guess, for a starting spot.
And the hero of Gosford, Matt Hodgson, still has to come back. So lots of promising signs for the Force back row.
Massarewa. Ball comes back. Lance. Now Lance puts it on the boot. It's a good kick, isn't it? And Lance has been the difference, I think, for this Force side. He's shown how explosive, how electric he is, and how he lit up that Bill Corp NRC. And if he gets the opportunity, you can only think that he's going to do it in Super Rugby as well.
We spoke pre-game about him, and he certainly hasn't let us down. You know, the energy and the direction he's given is something the coaches will surely look at when reviewing this game, and he'd be putting his hand up for a start round one in the Super Rugby.
And again, the Hurricanes are looking to build something. They just haven't put the roof on, so to speak, so far in this game. Just unable to finish off. Quick tap taken. What can they do? The show and go. The full-time siren goes. There's an opportunity here. As we hear the siren, can the Hurricanes do something here? Can they get some points and take something away from Gosford? And again, the defence by the Force is not letting up here. And again, here comes Rory Walton trying to get that big arm out. Oh, and knock on, says the referee. Advantage being played. Bit of space out here. Just can't get away with it. It was Gibbons. Lamburn it was there. Just getting his palm out. So the Hurricanes. Everyone back home in New Zealand's urging them on, and that's it. Good little break there. Goes to the inside, goes to the outside. Can't get a ball away. Pops it up now. And again, the force scramble well. Woodward, I thought he was in then.
Stay back.
So flat there, the Hurricanes. They've thrown everything at this force side. The force are going to take a lot away from this match, and that'll be full time there. Surely the referee's going to play it on. And of course, if you do want to get involved in the Super Rugby action, in Australia, get your subscription to Fox Sports. We are Bar TV Sports. And of course, that's a great game. Where do you see the difference there, Peter?
I think it's the four quarters really showed difference in this game. You know, it was a very defensive-orientated game, but when given the chance, the Force took their opportunities. Jono Lance really gathered the troops in that third and fourth quarter and gave the direction that was needed. His when he linked up with Peter Grant in that final quarter, it showed some promise. Cole Godwin still to come back in there. I'm really enthused by what the Force have thrown out there today.
Yeah, definitely. The score 28-0. It was only a trial match, but the Force definitely can take a lot of positives out of it. And I guess as well, the Hurricanes, well, they did play some good structure there. And I guess the execution, as you mentioned, probably not there, Peter.
The Hurricanes will still be happy, you know. There were some structures out there. They're a young team. A few guys put their hand up. So, you know, they'll look forward to the next trial where they can hold the ball a bit more. But, you know, the Hurricanes are never going to be far off it in the Super Rugby. So, you know, both these sides are set for a big year, in my opinion.
Yeah, what a great game and a great start to this Super Rugby trial season. Of course, you can see more trials on Bar TV Sports throughout the year. I've been Gareth Wozniak, with me Peter Playford. We've had a great time here at Gosford, and as you can see now, the party lights are there, and we're going to party now, Peter. Thanks for joining us, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.